Welcome back, you gorgeous weirdos. So today is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to show you how I prep my full cover extensions to do press-on nails. I know a lot of you guys have been doing press-ons lately, and I'm so here for it. I've been loving doing them lately, so that's what we're going to do. That was the stand I use. These are the extensions I use. I like to label my extensions so I never forget what tips I need for which finger. Just as an aside, everything that I have in the video today will be linked down below in the description in case you need anything, but we're going to jump right into it. I'm going to show you two nails in real time, the thumb and the pinky, because I do them a little bit differently. The thumbnail, I am just going to file the little nubbin at the end. If you can see that, almost all extensions have this little nub at the end. We're just going to get rid of that. I'm holding the file flat against the nail and I'm just going up and down. I find this keeps it really crisp, really straight, as opposed to going side to side in like a sawing motion. This just helps me to get it super duper square. Of course, if you're not doing square nails, you'll do this a little bit differently. Coffin the same way, almond, you're on your own. Now I'm going to buff the underside and the edge of the nail to get any, anything that might be hanging off there. Dust it all off, and that nail is done. That is all I need to do for my thumbnail. Just so you can get an idea from the before and after, I'm going to show you what the tip looks like just out of the box compared to the nail I filed up. A lot more straight. That little nub is gone, and that nail is now ready to go. So I'm going to pop that on my nail stand. I do use adhesive tabs for my nail stand. Again, it'll be linked down below for you guys. Now I'm going to show you the pinky. I'm going to do this a little different. My cuticle on my pinky, my cuticle line, is more curved than this extension. The extension's more square, the cuticle line. So I'm going to take my file. I'm only using a 150 grit file. It's a very soft file. And I'm going to round out that cuticle line on both sides and make it custom fit to my nail. This is super important if you're doing like a Gel X type thing, where you're applying the extension with gel to your nail. You're going to want to make sure your nails fit perfectly. But even if you're doing press-ons like I am, if you want them to look natural, well, when I say natural, I mean not like a press-on. If you want them to look like a fresh, full set, you're going to want them custom. And this is where a little bit of filing can be your best friend. So I'm going to dust this off after I buff the little extra hangy bits that might be on there. Plastic doesn't file perfectly. It doesn't. It depends on your angle, depends on your file, but the buffer can really do a great job of removing anything excess that's hanging off that you may have tried to file away and were unsuccessful at. I did go ahead and take off my glove because I want to show you how well this fits now in comparison to how it fit before. I'm going to grab another pinky nail tip out the box and show you what it looked like before. As you can see, it's definitely more square. It's a little wide on the corners because of that square, but now that I filed it, it is perfectly custom fit to my nail. Well, almost. I did notice that it needed a little bit more rounding at the very back of the nail, at the cuticle line, so I'm just going to do that real quick, give it another once over with the buffer, dust off the excess, and that nail is now ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and get the other three nails done at super speed, and then let's put on some gel polish, shall we? Because that has been my era lately. If you want to see how I put polish on over one of these and make an actual set of press-ons, stick around. That's coming up next. So I got all the nails exactly the way I want them. They're perfectly square, perfectly fit my cuticle lines. This is all the prep I need to do, with the exception of course, I'm going to dust off any debris or dust that might be left on the nail. And then I'm going to take a lint-free wipe with a little bit of swipe solution. You can use alcohol. And I'm going to just wipe them down super quick. The only reason I'm doing this is because I was touching the nails, the extensions, right? I typically wear gloves, but you want to make sure there's no oil that might have transferred from your fingertips to the nail surface that will not play well with your gel polish or your dip liquids or whatever you're putting on after this. And you can do whatever you want on top. I'm going to use this gel polish from Modelones, but you can use, again, dip powder, acrylic, builder gel, rubber-based gel, whatever your heart's desire, poly gel, I don't care. Play with whatever you want to play with. Do whatever you want over top of these. This blue was just, I don't know, I was in a mood, and I'm not typically a glitter person, but this gel polish just called to me. I'm going to go ahead and get 3 coats. You can do 2 coats. It actually, I was debating, because in 2 coats, it did have this really nice jelly finish to it, but I was like arguing with myself in my mind. I'm like, do I want to do a 3rd coat? I don't want to take away that like sheer jelliness to it, but it looks a little too sheer. And at the end of the day, I threw a 3rd coat on, and I'm glad I did. It just gave it a little bit more opacity, but still transparent enough for me. But this is one of those gel polishes you can totally play with. You can throw it over something as like a topper, or you can use it as it is in 1 or 2 coats and have it super sheer. Do 3 coats and it's much more opaque. Build it up, build it down, however you want to work it. Now, if you're watching this and you're wondering, why would I make my own press-ons? That's a great question. I would love to answer it for you. Me personally, I like to keep my nails short, and I don't like to wear long nails all the time because I'm pretty much useless with nails on. I cannot text. I can't, I'm that person. I cannot text with nails. So, but if I want to go out and I want to have nails on, I can use these. Can you do gel polish on your nails? Yeah, of course you can. But if you have gel allergies and you can't use gel polish on your nails, this is another way you can use gel polish, make custom nails for yourself, but not have to worry about your gel allergies. Of course, this depends on everybody. Everyone's got a different situation. If you have a significant or severe allergy where you can't even be touching this stuff at all, probably stay away from it. But if you have like a contact dermatitis situation where cured gel doesn't bother you, this is a great alternative for you. Here's what they look like top coated. I'm going to go ahead and get them on the nails, and you can see what they look like literally from start to finish. So application is really a personal preference thing. I prefer to use these adhesive tabs. They work wonderful. I can keep my nails on for like a week with no disturbances, no disruptions. But if you prefer to use glue, you can use nail glue. I would highly recommend you not use gel to adhere your press-on nails, especially if they are opaque. You want to make sure gel gets cured 100%, or you can wind up with contact dermatitis or gel allergies. Neither is a situation you want to be in, so stay away from gel when it comes to applying press-on nails or any kind of extension unless it is completely transparent. So I went ahead and put my tabs on. I'm removing the protective film over it, so now they're super sticky, and I'm going to go ahead and press on, literally, all of these nails, and it's really that quick and simple. I like the tabs for this reason also. There's no glue seepage, there's no mess, there's no dry time. What I might recommend with using adhesive tabs, you want to make sure you're getting maximum adhesion, and that's going to mean no touching water for a little bit, at least a couple of hours. What I would recommend is do these at night after you've done all your things, after the dishes are done, after you've showered, after all the stuff, and then sleep in them. The next morning, they're going to be good to go like cement, but they're really easy to remove. I'll leave a video linked up above of how simple it is to remove these. It is not as traumatic as glue. If you're using glue to adhere press-ons, you're going to want to soak them off. You do not want to pry these off your nails, but the adhesive tabs do a really good job of releasing themselves from your nail when you are ready for them to go. So that is just a little bit about why I like using the adhesive tabs, but again, totally up to you. You can do whatever you want to do. If you don't like using press-on nails at all, what are we even still doing here? I mean, thanks for watching. I appreciate you. Here's what the set looks like completed. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give me a thumbs up. If you are not already subscribed, consider subscribing. I would love to have you as part of the Manny fam. We're over on Facebook if you want to catch us over there. I hope the rest of your day is as beautiful as you are. I will catch you in the next one. Love you. Bye.